What's up, guys? Danskin1711, your digital Saiyan, coming at you guys with a brand new deck profile today. And you know what? Today's the first day of BT5, right? I figured, why not give you guys a brand new day one mastemon list. Yes, I am bringing you guys an updated mastemon list for BT5. It's not the purple one anymore. This is going to be a yellow based. And it's also going to feature Lordknightmon. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, here we are at the webcam, or the tabletop version view. Before we get into this deck profile though, I just want to give a quick shout out to Amanda LaPalme and Kai for coming up with another amazing playmat design. I just came in the other day and I absolutely love it. It's got my boy Altered Kabuterimon, aka Mega Kabuterimon. And yeah, they just come up with amazing designs all the damn time. And this one is no exception. But without further ado, let's get into this deck profile. Starting off with the Digi-eggs. We have 3 copies of Yellow Upamon. Just such a good card. When you get 3 or less security, on attack you can draw 1 card. Draw power is always amazing. You never can go wrong with it. The last 2 eggs we run are 2 copies of the new Pikmon. Because we are spamming the board a lot, this card does come up a lot. Whereas if you have 3 or more bodies on board, you can reduce something by 1k. Not a big deal reduction, but it does come in play. Now, normally I would go into the rookies next, but in order for you to understand some of the synergies in this deck, I think I need to cover the megas first. Being 4 copies of Mastemon, because obviously this wouldn't be a Mastemon deck if it didn't have Mastemon in it. And we all know what Mastemon does by now, but just for those people that are new to the game, I'll go over it one more time. When Digivolving, both players trash the top security of their stacks. Then you can play a level 4 or lower yellow or purple card from your trash. Card is amazing, Digivolves for 4 off of purple or yellow, and is 12k power, which is nothing to sneeze at. Now obviously, this is a yellow based deck. What's the best yellow mega in BT5 but Lordknightmon? And it has a similar effect to Mastemon, that's why we're running them together. Digivolves for 3 has 11k power, but the 11k power does not matter too much. When attacking, you may play a level 3 yellow or any warrior. Alright, let me double check something. Or yellow Digimon with warrior in its type. Type is down here. And it cannot play holy warriors, but it can play regular warrior. But you get to play it for free when this thing swings. It also has another effect that says all turns. For each other Digimon in play, it gains 1000 DP. So you have one other body on board, and it's 12k. 2 other bodies, 3k or 13k. It gets up there. These two together help you spam out the board with a bunch of bodies. So it's nothing to. So now that we know what our megas are, let's go into the rookies. Starting off with 4 copies of Kodamon. On play, you may reveal the top 5 cards of your deck and then add up to 2 to yellow Digimon with warrior or holy warrior from them to your hand. Lordknightmon happens to be a holy warrior, and we do have a bunch of other warriors in the deck. So, and it's on play. So when you play off a Mastemon or play off a Lordknight, you get the effect. If you just hardcast it for 3, you get the effect. Very good card, 2k power, and free to Digivolve into. Up next, since we are in a yellow base, obviously we're running the best yellow rookie there is in the game right now, that being Pulsemon. This card is so damn good. There's a reason why it is worth $40 for a single copy right now. Again, 3 cost to hard play, 2000 DP, 0 to evolve. On play, if you have 3 or more security cards in your cards, draw 1. If you have 3 or less, gain 1 memory. If you're at exactly 3, you get both effects. Really good card, as always. Next up, we are running a bunch of stuff that spams out the boards from our hand and our trash, so why not play 3 copies of Bushi-Agumon? It's real simple. 5k hard play, 3000 DP, but he has Rush, which means the turn he is played, you can swing with him, which is really good, especially for this deck. The last rookie we are playing, just so that we don't die to some more aggro decks, is 3 copies of Salamon. On deletion, if you have 3 other security, recover 1. Really good card. And again, all this stuff you can hard cast for free, or hard play out for free, if you swing with a Lordknightmon. Moving on to the champions. We are running 3 copies of Pidomon. He is our 1-drop blocker, so it just helps us get up the chain a little bit faster, but as well as being a blocker, for that we can go into for very cheap. He's not the only blocker we are running, though. We are also running 3 copies of Unimon, just so that we have a few extra bodies, and this card is actually a little bit better in certain situations over Pidomon, mainly if you're facing off against a Shoutmon deck. Shoutmon can hit anything with 5k or less. This is 6k. Shoutmon cannot pop him, so that's why we have both. The last not last rookie or champion, but almost last. Next up, we have 4 copies of Gladiemon. He's another warrior we can play off of Lordknightmon, and on play you can search your security stack for any warrior or holy warrior card, any of them. So it could be Alimon, it could be Gallantmon. So there's a lot of synergies with other colors as well. If you grab one, you can recover 1+1. So he's kind of like a TK on a body. So he only grabs warriors instead of any yellows. The last champion we're running is 2 copies of Gatomon from the Power Up Pack. Because while you have a purple Digimon, which Mastemon is purple, it counts as blocker during your opponent's turn, and on play you recover +1. So it's not a warrior, but it still has good synergy with the Mastemon, and it's also another 2-cost evolution we can go into that can sometimes be a blocker, and we can play it off of Mastemon. Now moving on to the ultimates. Starting off, we obviously have 3 copies of Angelwomon. Card is so busted. When Digivolving, up to one of your opponent's Digimon gets security type -2. But the main reason we play it is actually for this inheritable. When attacking, if you have 3 or less security, you could get to play a level 3 from your hand for free. So again, spamming out the board a lot with Mastemon swings or Lordknightmon swings. And yeah, a lot of good board spamming within this deck. Next up, we have another warrior that we can play off of Lordknightmon, being, well, just regular Knightmon. On play, if one of your opponent's Digimon gets -4k power. That part's not too big in this deck. But it's more so the fact that it's a level 5 that we can play for free off of our Lordknightmon. That we can then use to go into another Knightmon or into a Mastemon. Up next, we have 2 level 7s in the deck. 1 copy each of Millenniumon. So when Digivolving, or we also have 1 copy of Chaos Valderarm. Millenniumon says that when Digivolving off of a purple or a black for 6, you get to return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. And then if he gets destroyed while he has sources, he gets to bring them back without any sources. Valderarm here says when Digivolving, activate this effect twice, reduce one of your opponent's Digimon by 7k. And then on deletion, gain 3 memory. Both really good cards, and cards are only 1 each because the only targets we have from Millenniumon is Mastemon, and the only targets we have for Valderarm is obviously the Lordknightmon. So both really good cards though. If I had more targets for either one of them, they'd become either one. But yeah. Up next, we have 3 copies of our Tamer, being TK. Because why would we not run TK in a yellow deck? So first of all, he's a memory Tamer, which means at the start of our turn, if we have 2 or less secure memory, we go up to 3. Then on play, you search your security stack, add 1 card from there into your hand, and if it's a yellow, recover +1. And then shuffle your security. So, but everyone by now knows what this card does. It's so good, it's not even funny. Moving on to the options, there's only 4 of them, which are 2 copies of Blinding Ray, trash one of your security cards to gain and then gain 2 memory. If you have no security though, this is literally just a free 2 memory that you can use to go into mastemon or anything else. Very good card, one of the few ways in yellow to gain extra memory. And the last 2 option cards we are running is 2 copies of Spiral Masquerade. Because we are running a Lordknightmon, we're spamming a bunch of stuff out on the board. And what this does is that for 4 costs, for each Digimon we have in play, activate this effect once. Or activate this effect. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn. Real simple, but it can hit real big numbers if you have a bunch of stuff out on the board. Which this deck should be able to. I haven't actually fully tested this one yet. This is a day 1 build. But some other stuff you could run in here if you wanted to, obviously, is the Lordknightmon in yellow from BT4. I didn't pull one out because I just now thought of it. You could obviously run that over the Angelomon. Maybe another way to reduce some more DP. Another thing you can run instead of the mastemon if you want to is Kantarismon. You can run 4 Lordknightmons and 2 of him. There's some other options you can run in the deck. This is just how I wanted to run the deck. With that being said though, that's been the deck profile. Until next time guys, we'll be seeing you. And that's the video guys. Until next time, this has been DanceKing1711 signing off. Before I go though, a few little things. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the like button. And feel free to subscribe if you really want to. It costs you guys nothing, and lets you guys know when I post new videos, whether it be the deck profile, be it matches that I have planned coming up, hopefully soon. Until next time, guys, like I said, signing off.